Talk about Steph.
Man, incredible. Just what a performance. He's locked in, though. He had a great shoot-around this morning. He was locked in. You can always see the look in his eyes when he's focused. He wanted this one bad. And he played like it. It was beautiful to see. We needed it for sure.
Is this the best performance you've ever seen?
Hell no. No chance. I've played with him for 13 years. I can't quite call the best one off the top of my head, but that ain't it.
How much do you think he needed that week off?
I think it was definitely helpful. Never feels good when you're forced to take that week off. But in saying that, you know, I think to get a week off at this point in the season for him is great. You know, you allow your body to rest. Other nicks and knacks that could be hurting is healing while, you know, he's kind of letting the contusion heal. So I think it was great for him, man. You know, he looks extremely rejuvenated, so it's good for us.
What did you like about that fourth? I mean, tied after 3 quarters, you guys closed the fourth. What did you like about the way you finished?
We knew it would be a tough game. This team's been reeling a bit, but they're a confident team. They're a proud team, and, you know, they continued to fight. But I thought we got the stops we needed to get in the fourth quarter, and we continued to move the ball. Sometimes too much. A couple times we passed up a few shots. But I thought we continued to move the ball. We stuck with the game plan. Took care of the ball, which was huge. We had, I think, 5 turnovers in the first half, 5 or 6 in the second half, which is beautiful.
Jimmy baits Jaren Jackson into a 6th on one play, the next play steals it from Ja. I mean, how important is what he's doing in those kind of key moments?
It's huge for Jimmy to do that. I'm disappointed in Jaren. As you know, I got a lot of love for him. That's my Spartan dog. He's too good to still be getting in foul trouble. A couple of them fouls he picked up, like he can stay away from those. And, you know, it's time for him to take that next step in that department because it was huge for us for him to get out the game. But, you know, and I'm happy he did. But I am a Jaren fan. I'm always rooting for him, you know, and to see him still getting some of those fouls that he's picking up, he can't do that. His team needs him out there. And so it's a huge play by Jimmy, huge couple plays by Jimmy, which was great, but Jaren got to figure that out. He's gotten too much better offensively and too hard to stop to be taking himself out the game on the defensive side of the ball. That was a little disappointing from the big brother in me for him. That was a little disappointing, but I was happy he was out of there.
Yeah, how do you balance? I mean, are you actually thinking about that during the game?
Of course, you like, oh, he got 5 fouls. You know, you see him pick up that second one. You're like, all right, you know, so you're definitely aware of the situation for sure. What you mean? Am I balancing?
Yeah, well, I mean, you're sitting there like fist pumping. Yes, he's out of the game, but also.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm happy as hell. Every foul he picked up, I was happy during the game. But like I said, there's a part of me thinking like you can't do that. Like when he picked up the 5th one, I literally walked to Bane on the bench and said, Bane, that's crazy. Like that's ridiculous. And so. Yeah, Jaren can't do that, man. Jaren's too good of a player to still be doing that. So, like I said, I was happy as the fouls were happening during the game, but now that it's over, he can't continue to do that. He's too good of a player to be taking himself out of games like that.
How important was this for y'all, not only pass them in the standings, but to now have basically a 2-game lead because of the season series?
Huge, and Steve talked about it before the game, that, hey, this gives us 2 games up on them if, you know, we go take care of business. And, you know, we want to put ourselves in position to stay out of the play-in tournament. So, you know, tonight was a huge step in that direction.
You guys and the Lakers both look different teams since the last time you played. What are you looking forward to about Thursday?
Just the challenge. Every time we play them, whenever you get the opportunity to play against Bron, there's always a battle amongst us. It's been years. Now you add Luka to that fold. It's different. Dorian Finney-Smith's different. They're playing great basketball. Austin Reeves is different. It's not the same Austin Reeves we faced before. So playing really good basketball is always a challenge, but, you know, we go in and play our brand of basketball, play our game. I like our chances.
DRAYMOND, Jimmy joined the scene, man. You mentioned when you got here, you're all going to win championships. 10 toes down.
I always stand on what I say, brother. I don't backtrack. That ain't me. Got to prove me wrong. I ain't backtracking from nothing. Got to prove me wrong.
You know, what you found out, learned about Jimmy that you didn't know?
Incredible teammate. Incredible teammate. Always trying to figure things out, always trying to simplify things for everyone else. IQ off the charts. Incredible. Very fun to play with. Make the game really easy for everybody.
What did that stretch run down the stretch feel like for you guys to come out on top?
Win the quarter, win the game. That's what we're saying in the bench. Going into it, and just knowing we got to just focus. They coming off a back-to-back. So running them and getting they can only play so much, so they're going to get tired, whatever that may be. We're controlling what we can, executing down the stretch. That's what we did.
Feel like a playoff game tonight?
It did. It did. They had that energy, had that atmosphere. And that's my thing, too. Like, when we coming down the stretch, you got to look around the standings and seeing what other guys doing, hoping guys losing, this and that. But, I mean, you can control your destiny when you meet those teams, and that's what we did tonight. So I was proud of what we put together.
What's it like to just watch Steph on highlights tonight?
You got to remember to play the game when you're sitting there watching him do stuff like that. Just coming off those screens, finding any inch of space, pulling it, knocking it down. I mean, that's a special performance from a special player.
You mentioned it feeling like a playoff game. Like, are you feeling the stakes right now, and how big a swing every game is?
I feel like my mindset is win games. All the pressure of it and all the other stuff. You can make yourself feel a whatever way because of whatever. If you win games, then things gonna turn out how you want to. So that's my mindset, and I'm gonna just keep it that way.
You guys went 28-28 from the line. Jimmy went 12-12. How large a factor was that?
28 points large. I didn't know that until now, but I mean that's amazing to stat that we had because those free throws can determine a game. Those when you're not making them, that's when you really feel them. But yeah, obviously it was a big part of it.
Part of that was he fouled Jaren Jackson out late on that pump fake. How big was that play?
Oh yeah, that was a big one. He he got that mid-range shot that you gotta pay attention to. Baited him into it. He want to go get the block. So it was a big time.
49-43 on the glass for you guys tonight. I mean, how gratifying is that to out-rebound a team as big as the Grizzlies?
Yeah, well, that was the emphasis going into the game, knowing they were going to have more size out there on the floor. So cracking back, guards coming back to rebound, hitting those big guys. Yeah, that was the game plan.
Hey, Moses, tonight's kind of like a homecoming. You've been in Little Rock. But is there any added pressure, to kind of like go out there and perform, knowing that, you kind of close to the crib in a way?
Yeah, in a way, it's some pressure with it, but I mean, really, it's just being able to perform in front of my people. They watch me on TV all the time, all the way out in California, but I got a lot of people here today. Had to get a lot of tickets for all my people, so just being able to talk to them, have them come see me play in person. Because I've been gone for a while. I went to Montverde in high school, so I've been away from home playing for a long time. So whenever they get to come experience it, it's a lot of fun. So. But I got to show out when I'm around the whole crowd. So I guess there is a little added pressure there.
Got a lot of green tickets too.
Oh yeah, Double R. Shout out to him. He the man.